Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nona from thealignlover.com. In today's video, I'll explore whether changes in hair color lead to changes in one's most harmonious seasonal color palette. I'll use more drastic examples like with Shakira and more gradual or subtle examples like Zooey Deschanel and Marilyn Monroe. If you need any styling or color help, I offer my services on thealignlover.com. And if you could like and subscribe to support, I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much and hope you enjoy. Alright, as promised, here is the presentation. Now when I go through this presentation, I'll be referencing 3 color qualities for the 12 seasonal color system. That is value, lightness or darkness, whether someone is very light, very dark, or contrasted. I'll be referencing hue, temperature, whether someone is warmer or cooler or neutral in their undertone, and I'll be referencing saturation, whether someone is more muted or someone has more intense quality to their coloring, whether they're high chroma. So when you change your hair color and your brow color, you can change multiple qualities, but I don't think you can change your skin undertone. So if you are neutral, I think you have more to play with in terms of hair color. But if you are very warm or very cool in your skin tone, I don't think that you should veer away from that inherent temperature just in the name of harmony. It's going to be really hard to harmonize very cool hair with very warm skin. I tried it in high school. It just doesn't work. Even though I'm soft summer, I tried to go like very blue black and it was very bad. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Anyways, if you want to drastically change your hair color, I highly recommend also changing again your brow color and making sure your wardrobe matches and also making sure your makeup matches. So again, just cohesiveness all throughout. All right, our first example is Shakira, originally a raven-haired beauty. She has that lovely dark black brightness to her hair, lots of saturation in her hair, not ashy, not faded. Her brows match. Her skin is, I would say, neutral, cool. And overall, she has high resonance with the bright winter season. The fuchsia, gorgeous. Stark white, gorgeous. Electric blue and black, gorgeous. Gray, too muted. Orange and green, too warm. So yes, I do think that originally Shakira is a raven-haired bright winter. All right, now let's look at Shakira when she goes brunette, when she goes burnished brunette. Obviously, the first thing she is changing is her level of contrast. She's lightened her hair, she's lightened her brows. In a lot of these photos, her skin is a little bit more tan, so her level of contrast is now lower. I will call it muted, moderate to muted level of contrast. Her hair color has a range of like warm and cool tones. She has like more of like a caramel brunette thing going on here, and here she's more like ashy brown brunette. But overall, because she has that neutral skin tone, they all harmonize. And she's made sure to keep her brow and hair color cohesive. Her makeup is cohesive. So I think when she is brunette, she can wear the ends of the autumn season really well. So soft autumn colors, even the brighter colors of soft autumn to the more gentle colors of, I would say, dark autumn work well. I wouldn't put her in super warm true autumn colors like mustard or really intense olive because again, her skin tone is not really warm. But overall, she has that resonance now with the endpoints of autumn. All right, what about when Shakira goes mega blonde? Obviously, she is even lower in contrast, lighter. Her skin, her hair, and her brows are all very light here, but I don't think that propels her into a light summer, light spring territory because one, in all of these photos, you can see her darker roots and she has like more highlights going on, and that gives you a dimension of darkness and it is not clear or bright and it gives more of a smoky or muted look. So kind of like that autumnal, sexy, bronzy quality is still going on there. And this is further emphasized by her brows and her eyes. So your eye tends to pick up similar colors. So because her brows and her eyes are brown, you see her roots more. That being said, she does look better in these lighter colors here, because again, they're more soft autumn rather than the very light and bright colors here. And she still wears like more autumnal bronzy colors like a cocoa and a teal really well. All right, and why am I ruling out brights that are warm? So when Shakira is a brunette and she wears more like intense colors, she wears like dark winter colors really well. But when she has like kind of like cooler hair, darker hair and higher contrast, when she tries to wear orange, which is really warm, it just doesn't work as well. And when she has more, I would say like reddish, bright hair, and she wears green, like a warm green and gold, I don't think it works. And again, it's because her undertone is just not super warm. And one thing I want to note is that hair color is not as exaggerated as clothing colors, though. There are just so many hair colors that look natural, right? When you start doing like bright red hair or like purple hair, then you can do very intense, exaggerated levels of temperature. But for the most part, hair color is not like exceedingly cool or warm relative to colors of clothes that are like orange or bright green. So keep that in mind. All right, so now that we've explored all of these changes, I do think that you can go from having the most harmony with bright winter to having the most harmony with the soft autumn. And someone who has like a similar potential for that is Miranda Cosgrove, who I think is a bright winter naturally. But when she lightens her hair, lightens her brows, gets a bit of a tan, she can wear the soft autumn colors in a very similar way to Shakira. All right, a less drastic example, we have Zooey Deschanel, who I think is a natural summer. She has naturally dark brown hair, which has this kind of like muted quality to it, kind of a muted quality to her skin. And she looks great in summery, muted colors and gray. I don't think the kind of like peachy blush is working. I don't think gold works that well, but the gray is graying. It's great. But the fuchsia here, not as good. Now, when Zoe goes blonde, she does need toner. Oops. I think that if you want to go, again, a different hair color, you need to maintain the undertone of your skin. So when she goes blonde, she wears toner. It's really nice. And here is Zoe, not a winter. Even if she darkens her hair, darkens her brows, darkens the contrast around her eyes, I don't think that she can pull off these heavy, hard-hitting winter colors as well. She should have gone like maybe like bright, lighter colors of the winter palette, but heavy, true winter colors I just don't think work well on her. And here's a fresh face Zoe in black, and it just looks really separate. So sometimes you just can't overcome your natural features, and sometimes your facial features also have some kind of like influence. So Zoe has very like dainty facial features, and when she tries to do like too much smoky makeup, very heavy makeup, it kind of weighs too heavily. And for our last example, we have beautiful, bright Marilyn Monroe, the epitome of spring freshness. So she naturally has coppery red hair combined with her alabaster skin that can tan to like a warm peachy tone. True spring is what I think her natural season is. She looks gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous in these colors. Now when she goes much more blonde, peroxide blonde, obviously she lightens her overall sense of contrast, but it wasn't very strong to begin with. So she goes from true spring to being able to wear, I would say, more light spring colors like here. But I think that even if she tones her hair, that warmth still comes through very strongly. So warm spring to slight true spring. Sorry, warm true spring to slight like light spring is what we see. But if you change your hair and it just exaggerates one of your natural color qualities, like here, lightness, then your overall color harmony is not going to change too much. Well, that was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in this, I'm happy to do more examples in another video. Just let me know who you're interested in, especially if you can think of examples of people with much more different skin tones or like ethnicities. So sorry if my voice has been a little bit low. I'm gonna blame it on the June gloom. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.